Okay, so the first breathing practice we call chicken. So we bring our hands up to here, and we're going to breathe really deeply down to the bottom of our lungs. So be very conscious that you're breathing all the way through your lungs down to the bottom of your lungs. Okay? And relax and just feel. You can feel the oxygenation of the body, the tingling, the chi activated. And feel your lungs, how spacious they feel. Imagining all that chi as light in your lungs. Hollow, transparent lungs full of light. Strengthening the functioning of the lungs and the entire respiratory system. And so we do our second practice. And also what this is doing, both these practices, by really filling the lungs up with oxygen, taking it deeper and deeper. We're also transforming the nervous system, because when we get stressed and we're in fear, we don't breathe deeply. When we breathe deeply like this, the whole nervous system has a chance to relax and soften that holding on. So bringing your arms out to the sides, 45 degrees, and erect the palms. So your arms are straight, the elbows are straight, but not locked. And the movement of Chen Qi is moving the shoulder blades in to meet each other, to kiss, and then pushing out from the center of the palms. And as we do this, imagine you're bringing the light, bringing the Qi, bringing the oxygen further and further into the lungs, into your opened up lungs, going deep, deep into the bronchial tubes. Imagine them hollow, filled with light, into all the little air sacs, hollow, and filled with light. So preparing and breathing in, bringing the shoulder blades together. And out. Deeper, deeper dimensions going way in, deeper and deeper. And hold it. Feeling into those deeper dimensions of the lungs. Sensing, imagining, feeling your lungs as wide open space filled with light. Your lungs and the universe have become one. Gently bringing your hands to face forwards. Imagine the light of the universe all around you, in front of you. Imagine your hands are out in the horizon and you bring them forwards, gathering that light in your arms. Embracing the light of the universe. And drawing your palms towards your navel, bringing into the abdomen, into the vast space of the abdomen, the light. Hands over your navel. The light now inside this great space of your abdomen, illuminated. Keeping your eyes closed, you can relax your hands down. I'm going to read you a poem for our time. But they say that in Wuhan, after so many years of noise, you can hear the birds again. They say after just a few weeks of quiet, the sky is no longer thick with fumes, but blue and gray and clear. They say that in the streets of Assisi, people are singing to each other across the empty squares, keeping their windows open so that those who are alone may hear the sounds of family around them. They say that a hotel in the west of Ireland is offering free meals and delivery to the housebound Today, a young woman I know is busy spreading flyers with her number through the neighborhood so that the elders may have someone to call on. Today, churches, synagogues, mosques, and temples are preparing to welcome and shelter the homeless, the sick, the weary. All over the world, people are slowing down and reflecting. All over the world, people are looking at their neighbors in a new way. All over the world, people are waking up to a new reality, to how big we really are, to how little control we really have, to what really matters, to love. So we pray and we remember that yes, there is fear, but there does not have to be hate. Yes, there is isolation, but there does not have to be loneliness. Yes, there is panic buying, but there does not have to be meanness. Yes, there is sickness, but there does not have to be disease of the soul. Yes, there is even death, but there can always be a rebirth of love. Wake to the choices you make as to how to live now. Today, breathe. Listen. Behind the factory sounds, the noises of your panic, the birds are singing again. The sky is clearing. Spring is coming. And we are always encompassed by love. Open the windows of your soul. And though you may not be able to touch across the empty square, sing. Richard Hendrick. Poem for our times. Noticing feelings, sensations. Noticing how the information affected your internal condition. Noticing how compassion and love and openness to all feels like inside you. Noticing our deep longing, our collective deep longing for the transformation of self, other, all of humanity. That deep longing inside us to release, to surrender the old patterns that kept us stuck in fear and anger and hatred down through the ages. Noticing the little tremors of anticipation, even excitement, recognizing the possibility in this moment for the whole world to transform those old patterns. Noticing our deep longing to contribute, to serve at this time. We were made for these times. We have been preparing for these times all our lives. And before. Noticing the support we feel from each other, the support we feel from the chi field and all the information in the field from all the practice, our practice, the practice of those who went before us, feeling our connection to all those beings in form and in formlessness. Feeling the power of support, the power of our collective intention to be love, to know ourselves as love, to dissolve all sense of separation and otherness, dissolve that old pattern of us and them. Let it go. Surrendering to this moment, this transformative moment, this possibility, so clear now, so tangible. Breathing. Breathing in the quietness. Breathing in the connection and support. Breathing in the love. Allowing everything inside us that has been out of harmony to dissolve. Into love. Feeling your body as this open space, this loving, open space. And very slowly rotating your shoulders forwards and up and back and down. Rotating space. The light in your shoulders, the space rotating. Feeling the opening inside the shoulder joints, deeper and deeper. Into old chronic tension. dissolving, melting away, all tension disappearing. Sun, disappearing. Sun, 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 sun. Coming into stillness. Now feeling into your hips, pelvic area. Feeling the spaciousness, the light. And slowly begin to rotate. Rotating that spacious light around. Very slowly. Going deep with the mind into the inner dimensions of this space. Recognizing this is an area of the body that has been ignored, if not worse. Being willing to go deep inside into your own contracted energy in the lower abdomen. And into the collective blockages in this area. Spiraling this spacious light, the light of love, this unifying energy, this undifferentiated energy, spiraling through any blockage in this area, personal and collective. Pausing and reversing. Now get your whole spine involved, your upper body involved, really stretching open this vast spaciousness inside your whole torso. The lower torso and the upper torso connecting. playing together in this field of light, in this field of love. Spiraling pure chi through all the organs in the abdomen, the lower abdomen, and the middle abdomen. Spiraling this light up into the upper abdomen and into the chest. Into the shoulders, into the neck, the throat, into the head, into the brain, spacious, loving light. And reversing, spiraling the light around inside the brain. Activating all the brain cells, imagine them coming into form. Billions of brain cells, illuminated, connecting with each other. This community. Waking up brain cells that had gone to sleep. Spiraling the light into those brain cells, so all the brain cells light up and connect. Spiraling the light down into the neck, into the vertebrae, coming into form. Beautiful, transparent vertebrae, cervical vertebrae. Coming down now, the light coming into the middle spine, the thoracic vertebrae, taking form in the spaciousness, being born out of love. Imagine these bones, outlines of light. And then moving into the space of the lower spine. And spiraling into form. The lower vertebrae, the lumbar, taking form now. Outlines of light. Imagine the sacrum. Coming into form out of the light as an outline of light. And the little tailbone appearing. The bottom of the whole spine. Visualizing the whole spine spiraling The whole spine, outline of light. And imagine the spinal cord. A tube of light. The spinal fluid. Clear, bright, liquid light within the spinal cord. The entire central nervous system, transforming back to its natural state, back to the source, back to its essence. And then placing your attention in the center of your belly, making the circles smaller and slower. Focusing into the dantian. Coming into stillness. Resting. Resting into the stillness, the quietness of mind, the openness of heart, and the silence beneath the noise of our previous busy life. Recognizing that on the absolute level, all is fundamentally well. We have the opportunity in these times to rest and restore. We have the opportunity to learn how to connect with each other even more deeply than touching. We have the opportunity to open our hearts wider than we ever have before. We have the opportunity to see the magnificence of the human spirit. We have the opportunity to be inspired, to reach a higher level of consciousness. We have the opportunity to become truly a global family. And to truly take care of the web of life. We have the opportunity to make this challenge something truly beautiful. Create a new way of living, a new way of being. We have the opportunity to change, to be the change we've so longed to see in the world. We have the opportunity to be that change and see it manifest in the world. Gently placing your hands over your navel, connecting deeply into the inner dimension of abdomen through dantian. And begin to circle very small, slow circles clockwise. Spiraling this loving space inside around. Feeling your whole body as loving spaciousness with no boundary. And then taking your attention to the countries in Europe. Just having a sense of all the countries in Europe. And imagining those countries, the land, as space. Transparent space. And connect the loving space inside with the loving space of these countries, the space becoming more and more loving as we concentrate on the space of the countries of Europe. Including the space inside all the beings in these countries. Merging our loving space with the beings and the land of Europe. Spiraling the love deeper and deeper into the beings and into the land, and harmonizing all disharmony, all panic and fear, all conflict, harmonizing all the life forms in Europe, including the virus. All loving light, filling these forms, the people, the animals, the land. All disharmony dissolving. All disharmony melting away. And disappearing. Vanishing. Into the light of love. Now focusing on the countries of Africa. Including the land, the people, the animals, all the life forms. Merging the loving light into Africa. Becoming one. One entirety. One love. Dissolving all disharmony. All conflict. All disease. All emotional upheaval. All vanishing into the loving light, evaporating, becoming the loving light. Now focusing on Australia. Connecting with the land and all the beings, all the life forms. Connecting the loving light with the fear, with the loneliness, with the panic, with the grief, with the virus. And spiraling in to Australia, deeper and deeper, the loving light of oneness, taking all disharmony back to its source, to original chi, all the information of disharmony melting into loving light. Sa, sa. Now focusing on Asia, the lands, the peoples, all the creatures, great and small, all the different life forms, including the virus. Taking the loving light, spiraling it through these lands, through the people, through the virus, the love dissolving, all the old information of disharmony back to harmony. All of Asia becoming bright light, clear light, cleansing light. Sa, sa. Now focusing on South America, all the countries in South America. The peoples, creatures, life forms, spiraling the light deeper, deeper and deeper into the old information from the past and present. That creates disharmony. Destructuring that old information and new information which does not serve the harmony of the whole. Transforming, shifting, feeling the shift. As the emotional imbalances become balanced. Release the information in the emotions. feeling the harmony arising in South America. The loving energy bringing us all back home. And in South America, that loving energy harmonizing the virus, harmonizing all conflict, back to the original state of peace. Feeling that peace. Focusing on North America. Spiraling that peace throughout this country. Including every human being. Into the minds, into the hearts of every human being. Imagining all the human beings in North America connecting with all the human beings across the world. Connecting energetically, finding new ways to communicate our love to each other as we recognize the illusion of separation, the illusion of the other. Imagining all the human beings coming together as one human being, one universal human being. With feet merged, energy feet merged into the earth, growing out of the earth, rooted, anchored in our mother. And this vast being standing tall and erect with head in the heavens. The Milky Way spiraling around inside the brain. Of the one universal human being. Awakening Senji the wisdom center of the universal human being to its potential. Creativity, deep intelligence, connected, mirroring the entire universe. The heart of the universal human being, radiating light in all directions, sharing the love of the universe pouring through the portal of the universal human being's heart, radiating out into the planet, into the whole universe. The love harmonizing all conflict, all disease. The Milky Way spiral spiraling around inside the abdomen of the universal human being. Merging all of us, merging with the spiraling energy in the belly of the universal human being. Feeling the power, the strength, the life force in the belly. Making the circles slower. And smaller as we concentrate. All the power, the abundance of chi, the infinite love into the dantian. coming into stillness. Let the silence nourish you.